We just saw some students actually leaving this memorial just moments ago as it continues to grow in honor of the two victims from yesterday's shooting. A lot of people are really scared right now, just trying to get together with their loved ones here at the Chinooks parking lot. This is just off of Central VPA. There's still police presence on scene here at the Quick Trip in St. Peter's. You can see that there is police tape all over the Quick Trip where that carjacking and shooting took place this morning. It's actually picked up in just the last hour, and as you can hear behind me, a lot of celebration ahead of tonight's friendly. You can see that the German Cultural Society is here performing. They just finished a song. There's been dancing. This is the building in question that collapsed earlier today and killed that firefighter. You can see this building is a total loss with pieces of the structure completely gone. We do know today that one of the finalists is Michael Sack, who's been serving as the interim chief of police since June, since Hayden retired, and the other three finalists are from outside of the police department. Other North City residents who spoke with News 4 off camera say they support the city's decision to close the Shell gas station property, citing their own firsthand accounts of violence they've witnessed on the parking lot. The St. Louis County Board Authority says now the plan is to issue a formal request for proposals to abate the property and eventually tearing down the 145-acre site. I also signed on Yair Molina's earlier tonight, and fans have the opportunity to do so as well. By 7 p.m. tonight, they can trickle in as they roll into the game, or tomorrow if they're planning on going to that game. Reporting live at Ballpark Village, Gabriela Vidal, News 4. It's been 3 months since Lemia Botanicals opened in the Shaw neighborhood.
It's been amazing. The neighborhood has been extremely supportive, very welcoming.
Cultivated by owner Ala Durrani in an area she considered safe to grow her passion.
I opened a business here because of that reason. All of it is questionable now.
Questionable following what happened Saturday morning just after 1 a.m. across from her store. A Ring camera catching carjackers taking off in her Nissan Sentra.
Came to the shop, unloaded all the inventory, closed up, and got in my car with a friend of mine. She was helping me. We were waiting for my windshield to defrost, and within about a minute and a half or 2 minutes of us being in the car, 2 cars pulled up extremely fast. About 6 guys came out, all masked, got guns in their hands, armed, and they opened all 4 doors. Asked both her and I to get out of the car very violently. About 15 seconds later, they were gone with everything in it.
At first, a state of shock.
And then it all sunk in that there was a gun to my face, and I was violated in my space.
It's pretty apparent what time they come in and their hours of operation.
Just 2 days after Durrani's incident. Another incident caught on camera with a thief getting out of a white SUV, approaching their victim, then exchanging gunfire. The victim was hit multiple times and hospitalized. St. Louis police have yet to find Durrani's car or arrest anyone in either incident. Gary Hosna is with the Shaw neighborhood ownership model, trying to get the word out about these recent armed car thefts.
So if you're in your car, you be extra vigilant. They will lay in wait. They will pull up behind you if you're on the phone, if you're warming your car up.
From losing a car to gaining a sense of community as friends and strangers now rally around Durrani through donations to a GoFundMe set up by her friend.
It helps because I am a small business. I just started, so things are really tough. I'm filled with joy.
And filled with even greater relief.
If you do get put in a situation like that, please walk away.
Reporting in Shaw.
I'm seeing my life flash in front of my eyes for a car it's not worth it.
Gabriela Vidal, News 4. The feeling of weightlessness.
And he felt like he was on top of the world.
It's made paragliding 35-year-old Kenny Loudermilk's passion.
He really liked it. It was like one of his main hobbies now.
Turned around to come see it, trying to figure out which way the wind's going.
His 15-year-old daughter, Kylie, is what keeps him grounded.
And he was amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better dad. He would always take me on vacations, and he would love to surprise me and try to make it as best as he could. And he would just make it full of adventures. miss him being here and us having like the time that we had together.
Kenny has now been missing for nearly a week.
For us as a family, we're going over and over in our head to try to figure out what happened, and we truly don't know.
After taking his paraglider out for a trip around the Missouri River.
With the leaves turning, he wanted to be part of and really see the leaves turning with the trees and just the change in the fall weather.
Missouri State Highway Patrol says the search for Kenny is now a recovery mission after witnesses say they saw his body go underwater and not resurface. So far, the Marine Operations Division has used sonar imaging and dragging equipment to search approximately 6 miles of the river from where he went into the water. None of Kenny's paragliding equipment has been found either.
Because we know how safe he is and how he makes sure everything is perfect, he checks his equipment before he leaves. We feel like he had some kind of equipment failure prior, in flight, which caused him to appear as if he was going to go under the bridge off Highway 47 in Washington, putting him into the center of the river.
Kenny's brother-in-law, Kevin Baker, says it's especially hard on Kylie, who already lost her mother when she was only 3. She is now living with her grandparents.
I can always feel his presence and I know he's here.
But Kylie remains hopeful.
I'm thinking that he would want me to stay positive and not focus on the negative.
A GoFundMe created by Kenny's family is raising money to support Kylie through her private school education, as well as funding the ongoing search efforts.
It is amazing to see the humanity of people.
While the community's love and prayers keep Kylie and her family hopeful they'll find him soon.
And knowing that he's still here with us in spirit.
Missouri State Highway Patrol says there's no timeline for when the search may stop, but they may begin scaling back their hours each day. On Wednesday, they plan to start in Weldon Spring and work their way downstream towards the Mississippi River. Reporting in St. Charles County.
I think that we should keep searching until we find him and bring him home.
Gabriela Vidal, News 4. It's a passion that needs no words to absorb all the craftsmanship and care put towards each piece.
Що було, це були макаронс.
But cut through the layers of the last 10 months of Taisia Harinchichina's life, and you'll learn those haven't been as sweet.
23 лютого ми вирішили виїхати з України, тому що вже напружена була ситуація. По-перше, наше вирішення було із-за дитини.
Taisia, her husband, and her 3-year-old son Leo traveled from their home in the Kiev region of Ukraine towards southeastern Europe, crossing the Hungarian border just as Russian troops began bombing their country.
З Венгрії ми вирішили добратися до Чорногорії, тому що це була найдешевша країна, де ми могли перечекати війну, але війна дуже.
The war displaced them from their home and displaced Taisia from her dream of opening up a bakery.
Ми почали купляти все для своєї пекарні. Ми знайшли місце, закупили обладнання.
Now, her goal became finding a better life for her family.
When the war in Ukraine started, we figured we had some room to spare and we wanted to help.
That's what pushed St. Louis residents Michelle and Sam Etter towards Taisia and her family.
We found a group through Instagram that was helping to match families in the United States with families looking to leave Ukraine.
Through the U.S. federal program Uniting for Ukraine, the Etters now sponsor Taisia and her family to live in the U.S.
Leo's adorable, so it's hard to say no to him. And then we had the opportunity to live with a pastry chef, so that just made it even better.
Що мені подобається саме в Америці? Люди. Це перше.
Sharing the same space and kitchen for the last 2 months, where Taisia not only bakes for those in the new community she's built in St. Louis.
Залишились наші батьки, чоловіка та мої. Друзі, звісно, теж. Нема зараз світла, в деяких областях по 8 годин, по 12 годин взагалі його нема. З водою теж.
But also with plans to finally open a bakery and bring her loved ones to the U.S. as the persistence of war continues to impact Ukrainian lives.
I think this has made us feel more thoughtful about what it means to be safe here.
And what it means.
My dream is to live an open bakery in America.
To have another chance at making a sweet dream come true. In Shaw, Gabriela Vidal, News 4.
Okay, there go John. He's safe.
That's 15-year-old John Trotter trudging through floodwaters.
The quick thing was to go save the kid because I didn't want the kid to get hurt.
This was early morning on July 26 as Trotter and his mother's home flooded from the rain. A scream for help across the street sent Trotter to action.
He's 6'2", and the water was chest high, using, not only his swimming skills, but his ROTC training. He went to work. He went to work.
A 5-year-old boy was trapped in his bedroom in the basement of their neighbor's home as water continued to rise.
Get the heaviest thing I could find and go over there as fast as I could.
He used this cast iron skillet, now broken from the impact, to break through the floorboards above the basement.
And we just kept beating it in until we could get, in there.
He at least broke a hole in the floor before the fire department got here.
This is him returning after fire crews arrived.
Him thinking on his feet was amazing because, one, if he couldn't swim, and two, he hadn't thought quick on his feet, then who knows what would have happened to this little boy.
It really struck me, the selflessness of this young man.
Ryan Coleman learned about what Trotter did.
I was confident we could do something, and something would be better than nothing.
And reached out to his family to help kickstart a GoFundMe on his behalf.
When you know that people care about the situation you're in, I think that can go a long way too.
It kind of gave me hope that there were still good people.
In part to help Trotter and his mother, Jennifer Thorpe, have the means to find a new home, but also stay true to her promise to gift Trotter the car he was meant to have, now destroyed from the floodwaters.
He's turning 16 in January, and I literally had just put a whole bunch of work into it for him, and now it's gone. So now I'm kind of back to square one.
As he and his mom now take it day by day, Trotter vows to never take the love and things he has for granted.
Even if you don't have all the nice, cool things, appreciate that because it'll be gone. Anything can happen. Blink of eyes are gone.
In University City, Gabriela Vidal, News 4.